Look, this might just be me being easily impressed, but it's crazy to me how Fire Emblem fan hacks you can just make a place where you can move around. At what point can we start implementing, like, Zelda block puzzles or Shining Force style exploration into seamless overworld battles? Fan hacks are fucking awesome. I can, think, I can move left and right, and I can go into a house. I can just ambush this woman in her own home. You couldn't do that before.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey, welcome back to Morrow's Golden Country. This episode's gonna have a lot of reading, I think. Actually, I don't know how much these people will have to say. So, let's just start reading. You are now watching a visual novel Let's Play. Let's read. Who are you? A visitor? Don't get those much. Come in, stay a while. So, how's Mevian? Great, right? Sure, there's some banditry and some tense borders, but what nation doesn't have those? Plus, here in the capital, you can almost forget all that. We've got the strongest army I know standing guard. So what if I only know one army? I'm not wrong. That's cute. Let's talk to the average man over here. Why, hello there, young lady. Care to talk to an old man? You look like you'd hardly remember the days of the Revolution. Let me tell you, that was something else. I was already a bit too old to fight, but my son jumped at the chance. Also, what do you mean too old to fight? This is a JRPG. JRPGs, you can be like 85 and still kicking ass. He, like most of us, wanted a better Mevian, and he was a fiery one, willing to fight tooth and nail for all of us. Oh, he's still alive, don't worry. Moved to a small settlement near the sea. I think it's about time I write to him again, see how he's doing. I wonder if that's foreshadowing that we go to the settlement by the sea and find his son. Let's go into... Oh, it's an armory. These are cheap goods. Do I really need them, though? I mean, I got steel weapons. I guess a Lance Reaver for Stefan would help. Sure. I'll buy a Lance Reaver and save the rest of my money for a rainy day. Shine? Do I even have a light magic user right now? I don't think I do. Probably a promoted Peggy? Okay, fair enough, I guess. Alright, let's talk to Mr. 7. Greetings, maiden! I am Rift, he who is without compare. And by that, I mean I'm a champion gladiator, I suppose. Never really thought of it like that. When you're in a life and death struggle, I'm really good at this, is hardly the first thing on your mind. Anyhoot, that's why I've sworn myself to a new goal. Finding something better to do. Again, the life doesn't really let you have dreams, per se. So I'm still working on finding that something. There's lots of mercenary work to be done all throughout the land, after all. My companion Estelle and I were actually on the hunt for a job. Perhaps today our search shall bear fruit. It was lovely meeting you. Let's hope we meet again. Okay, this is a bunch of foreshadowing. I'm gonna get Rift, I'm gonna get Estelle, I'm gonna get Ptolemy. I'm gonna get all of them eventually. Let's see. That's 12 gold. That's another 6 gold. Should I splurge? A good splurge never hurt anyone, right? Then again, should probably save a bit. I'll never know if I need the excess for repairs. Who knows how much longer my house will hold up. Oh, have you been there this whole time? Sorry about that. Just trying to budget some things out, I guess. Even with a stable job, life ain't cheap. Would do you good to remember that. Right, that's why I'm holding on to about 2,000 gold and not just buying a bunch of Reaver weapons. Alas, mine life is no, that won't. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you. My name's Estelle, though if you've been to the Playhouse, you may know me by a different name. Peter? We don't have many theaters in my homeland. I suppose our political revolution sparked somewhat of an artistic rebirth as well. Anyway, if you'll be in the city a while, come by and see our production. It's a modern classic called Dawn's Maiden and the Champion of Radiance. Alright, that is the second Tellius reference. Also, telling the story of Radiant Dawn in a play is like a bold choice. I think that might be the single worst one to do in a play, because how are you juggling all of those stories at once? You'd have to sit down there for like a 5-hour play, like it's The Godfather or something. My role is that of a humble young noble lady, who wishes for a life of freedom. She eventually ends up in the company of a mercenary troupe. Alright, so I'm now trying to speedrun this conversation, because that was a phone call that there is McDonald's on the way for me, and that is way more important than any of you losers. She eventually ends up in the company of a mercenary troupe, and well... Look, I don't want to ruin the show for you. Anyway, I've been feeling off with my role. Normally, I just become another person. That's what acting is, ain't it? But for some reason, I feel like I'm missing a connection. Maybe what I need is to join a mercenary troupe myself. Rift over there has been talking about finding work. I can probably trust him. I think. Anyway, sorry for rambling there. And welcome to Mevian. Okay. She seems fun. Ah, hello there. Welcome to our little establishment. We're the Forsaken Short Sword, Kionius' finest bar and inn. Forsaken Short Sword? Is that like a Dark Souls reference? Of all the things to name it after. No, hold on. A broken short sword is the weapon of Slave Knight Gale. And he's kind of dope. Alright, I'll take it back. You look a little young to be drinking this stuff, I must say. Join the club, I suppose. Whatever it takes to make it another day. I'm good, thanks. Just passing by. Oh, sorry, I totally glossed over that they were endorsing underage drinking. But, you know, as long as a cop's not around, everything's legal. Well, if you need to drown a sorrow or two, just remember, the Forsaken Short Sword has your back. Also, Dark Souls isn't Forsaken Short Sword, it's Broken Short Sword. But whatever, when I hear Short Sword, I still think of Dark Souls. That's less because of short swords and more because of I like Dark Souls. I did a Let's Play of it a while ago, you should check that out. I was John Madden. What do we have here? A young lass new to the city? Don't worry, I don't bite. Can't say the same about old Daharan here. I'd stand back if I were you. The name's Peter, by the way. I'm something of a mercenary. Guess that's all there is to say. What else is there? The merc life's a cruel thing. You kill to live, and then you eventually die. Almost funny in a way. Like a twisted joke. Anyway, great chat! Let's hope if we meet again, it's not as enemies. This dude's like 40 years old, venting to a 17-year-old girl, 19, I think she's 19. 19-year-old girl he finds on the street about how much his life sucks. Peter, get well soon. I'm thinking of you. Anyways, enough about that guy's Peter. We only have, what, 2 more conversations? Let's talk to normal dude. Afternoon, lass. Don't think I've ever seen you before. Since this is presumably your first time in Kionius, have some free advice. If someone asks you to buy some mystic relic beyond compare, think twice. Some people will scam poor folk out of their hard-earned gold. Like that guy over there. He's got some kind of fancy staff. He's been trying to sell it for 1,500 gold. Normally, it'd cost you 2,500 gold, and the shops here don't even carry it. Isn't that a discount? Don't believe in the power of discounts. That's how they get in your head. I once succumbed and ended up spending half my salary on a live duck. He's been a faithful companion ever since. Quack. Ha! Quack indeed, Gerald. Did I have a point here? Alright, I don't know. Fuck. I don't want to spend all my money, but like, what if that staff's really good? Wait a minute. I have the power of save states. Through cheating, I can see if this is actually worth it. Greetings, young woman. Might I interest you in a mystical relic beyond compare? For a mere 1,500 gold, I'll give you a truly incredible staff. What do you say? Purchase in incredible staff? Sure, here you go. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Now's a good time to mention that I will, under zero circumstances, take refunds. Yoink! What the hell is yoink? An easy-to-use rescue staff with a short range, created to get children interested in magic. Wait, that's actually really useful. Oh, that's definitely worth 1,500 gold. I can't wait for all the useful applications of this, and instead just use it when I leave, Blair out in the middle of 13 Axemen and need to save her. Oh, that's great. That's actually really helpful. And here I was, making a save state, thinking I was about to get scammed. Ha! Silly me. I think that's it. I've been in the shops, I've been in the homes, I've been in the inn. Yeah, alright, that was a fun little chapter. Whole lot of foreshadowing for future events. I believe I'm done. Let us proceed. How, exactly? Ah, right. I know it's not what either of us want, but it's not too late to report back to Dalst and... Excuse me, coming through. Apologies for that. Would you happen to be from Air Solent? Wait, that dude, Cassius, was an Axe Knight? I was definitely getting thief vibes from him. Wonderful! I'm from Elba Core, and I have a very important message. I'm here too, don't forget me. As I was saying, our king is sympathetic to your plight, and thus would like to meet with you. If you need proof, I have a royal seal right here. So do we go into Mevian, kill multiple Mevianese border guards and knights, just to leave and go to Elba Core? I'd say this is a brilliant opportunity. It's certainly a better option than petitioning to a country that we just fought through. In that case, we'll guide you to Elba Core. My name is Rachel, of the Elba Core Pegasus Knights. A pleasure to meet you. The name's Cassius. Don't go forgetting it, alright? Thank you. Oh, maybe our luck's starting to turn around after all, Aaron. We can only hope. Hell yeah. I'm gonna save, and now I'm gonna leave to eat a big cheeseburger. It is a rainy Friday afternoon. My grandmother lets me know she's coming home with McDonald's. I eat it and then sit down to play Fire Emblem. It is 2026. I am 29 years old. Anywho, the Kingdom of Elba Core. In ages past, the founders of Mevian and Elba Core were a pair of heroes. This kinship has waned over time, especially after the Mevianese Revolution, during which the young Elba Corian Prince Zeke vanished and was presumed dead. Although Mevian denies involvement, the populace of Elba Core, proud of their stalwart kings, generally distrusts Mevian and their people. As such, Blair is surprised when a pair of Elba Corians arrive, bearing a royal decree and an offer of assistance. I'm still not fully over the fact that the last two chapters were just us invading... Sorry, Final Fantasy VI music again. I no longer have any problems. I have been soothed by the Square Enix rhythm. We should be nearing Elba Core soon. Be on your guard. Before we get too far, a quick question. Would you be able to fly and petition Dalst? See if they'll offer some manner of aid to me? From our understanding, you were sent to die against Igstra. I cannot imagine Dalst would be generous with aid at this point. What are you saying? I'm sure that's just all a misunderstanding. Good to see you're optimistic. But I gotta side with Rachel. Plus, if Igstra's occupying your land, it might not be safe for Rachel to fly in alone. I guess so. Sorry. No harm in asking. Stay alert. The bandits are plentiful around here. This far north? Does Elba Core not drive them off? It's complicated. The king's a wreck. Cassius, think your next words over very carefully. You're obviously familiar with the Mevian Revolution, right? Well, some Mevianese scum decided that revolution at home wasn't enough. The young prince was assassinated. Didn't even leave the body behind. Cassius, you're not very bright, are you? If there's no body, they're not dead. That's the first rule of killing characters off. If you don't see a corpse, they're coming back 10 episodes later in a dramatic fashion. In fact, even if you see the body, that doesn't mean they're dead. Strangely, the king himself was never targeted. In any case, you can imagine how that affected the man. Indelicate wording aside, I'm inclined to agree. A man consumed by grief may not always make the best decisions. Even 12 years later. I had no idea. Unfortunate as it is, it's in the past. I think I hear something. A moment, please. The most tragic part of all this may be that some people still hold out hope. After all, a body was never found. Some think he's still alive somewhere. I used to think that too, but sometimes I think it's less painful to just move on. Sounds like our history lesson is over. We've got bandits up ahead. I believe I also saw some Mevianese. Suppose you're still not that welcome. Very well. I'm counting on you two. Of course, I'm here to serve. Apologies for acting all doom and gloom earlier. It's Cassius's time to shine. Alright. So, am I gonna have to make a choice? Nope, I can still field everyone for right now. Don't know how much longer that's gonna be going on. Let's look at our new... Ooh, an energy ring. Okay. Rachel, level 4... Loyalty. When within 2 tiles of a lord, 3 protection, and 15 hit. But I only have 1 lord. Will I be getting more? Perhaps this long-lost prince? Anyways, this woman sure is a Pegasus Knight. Oh, those are paper-thin defenses. Normally they at least have pretty good resistance, but like, oof. Not even that. Well, I guess base 8's pretty good. Iron Lance and an energy ring, which gives 2 strength. Alright, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Cassius! Is that pass? Okay. Steel and iron. What are your growth rates, buddy? Good strength, HP, physical. Oh, pretty good. Cassius just looks pretty good. Oh, right, pronoun check. Rachel, age 20, she, her. A messenger from Elba Core. Dutiful and unbending. Cassius, 19, he, they. A messenger from Elba Core. Eccentric, yet insightful. Alright, now this is gonna be when I get off the preparation screen and suddenly I'm scared at what I'm looking at. No, these seem... Oh, okay, that's... Ooh, this is a pretty big map. Or no, it just feels big. Alright, let's look at the top here. Amundsen? Yo! They just stole that name from Vestoria Saga. That's great. Anyways. Amundsen, 36, he, him. A bandit leader from Northeast Mevian. Likes looting, pillaging, and the like. Okay. Alright, we have an Armor Slayer to look out for. Thankfully, he's immediate, so I'll just kill him before he puts Yosef in any danger. Axe Reaver right there, so I want to remember that. What the fuck is a great bow? Oh, 3 to 5 range? Alright, well, cool. But he does drop a sweet, sexy Levin sword. And there's Nosferatu. Oh god, that's 16 weight. Alright. Nosferatu tanking is going to be possible, but difficult. Alright, make sure to steal that. Okay, nothing looks too crazy. Getting Rachel up here to this village is going to be a big priority. And, oh, that's why that archer's right there. Ah-ha-ha, yes. And I'm still just gonna fly up and kill him, but like... yes. Also gotta get over there and quick, but thankfully... there's Stefan... Steel Sword Armor Slayer. So I'm going to want... something like this. Oh, and maybe... Peggy, supply, take that, yoink! Now we... oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's a lot of fucking reading. Not pick units, excuse me. Items. Armory. Alright, no bargains for right now. Oh, this is a lot. Alright, old acquaintances. Ah, Peggy. I've been meaning to ask about this friend of yours. The name's Butch. Peggy and I go way back. Call us... war buddies. I'd more say acquaintances. Buddies wouldn't wait 12 years to see each other again. In my defense, you traveled quite a bit after the revolution. Probably couldn't have found you even if I tried. In any case, I'm here to stay. Even though we fought against the Mevianese several times now? Peggy reminded me of what's important. While country is obviously a worthy cause, fighting for people you trust is far more important. Besides, I'll admit that the Mevs aren't quite what they used to be. Way more vicious than I've remembered. He might have been a man named Mark. I served under him for a time. More corrupt than the final king. Even Mitchell, the last man I served, turned a blind eye to brutality. This country to be better, I have to start by changing myself. Lovely speech there. He also owes me for saving his life. So even if he wanted to leave, I'd just hold that over him. Oh, fine. I'm glad to have you back. You know what? Take this as proof of that. Did you steal this from your church? If they find you with it, you have no idea who I am. Well then, good talking to you, Blair. Glad to see I'm working for a noble spirit for once. Thank you, Sir Butch. Nah, just Butch. Keep calling him Sir. It'd be funny. Hey, more luck. Didn't Blair have... no, someone here had really, really bad luck. It was Butch. And Yosef, but like Yosef is simply going to not need luck because he's cool. Man, everyone has pretty bad luck. A lot of people do. Maybe give Natasha some luck. Perfect. Very, very nice. Actually, let's put her up and center. Thanks to the power of a Sword Reaver, she can pretty easily just kill one of those guys. And didn't I buy a Lance Reaver? Let me actually remember to take that out. Alright, yeah, this all looks pretty good to me. Let me just make sure that I remember to save. Is there anything more about Elba Core I should know? I think you got most of it. I mean, guess I could introduce some important names. Though there's really not that many that'll be important to you. Besides our king, I'd imagine you'll run into Commander Hyperius. He's the captain of the Royal Guard and our army's commander. One might say he's a paragon of knighthood. Unsurprising, given his 40 years tenure. 40 years of putting up with this. Ugh, I'd have gone absolutely mad. Anyway, to be frank, he's had his doubts about you, but I'm sure you'll be able to prove yourself. Listen, all he needs to do is watch Blair hold up her hand, summon a giant ball of light, and then set a man's entire bloodline on fire once, and he'll see that we're cool. Anything else? Well, we've got mountains? Oh, look, there's not a ton to say. Serving the crown's an exhausting job. Have you ever taken a break? This man spent 12 hours hidden behind a throne for a dramatic reveal. I see. Well, I'm glad you two are dedicated. Please don't push yourselves too hard. No promises, taking things to comical absurds is the Cassius style. Well then. That's cute. Natasha and Peggy. Oh, this ought to be fucking fun. Hey, Peggy. No need to be so loud. I'm right here. What do you want? I noticed your staff handiwork, and I've been wondering. Sorry, I don't teach healing. Most of my training was relatively informal during the Revolution. I wouldn't hear the end of it if I taught you, and you accidentally fused someone's eyelids together. That's possible? Huh. Oh, healing? No, not what I meant. I meant your bonking? Is that what I'm calling it? Bonk's a good word. Satisfying ring to it. Anyway, it seems like just swinging an axe, so I thought I could give you some pointers. I see. Sounds quite interesting. I'll take you up on that. Sorry for tearing into you earlier, by the way. Ah, it's nothing. Anyway, let's begin. Start by hitting me as hard as you can. Listen. Not to tell a woman what she should and shouldn't do, but I cannot help but think I just witnessed the birth of great potential for evil. And maybe I should do something about that. Lady Sam, I believe we got off on the wrong foot a while ago. Oh, you mean when you ran off ahead of me at the Ixtran outpost? It's alright. Your intentions were in the right place. Hardly for me to abandon a comrade like that, just to secure an offensive position. It's truly unthinkable. It's my fault for being too slow, and for holding you back. You're young and new to combat. Of course you'd feel that way. But eventually you'll come into your own. Until then, don't look down on yourself. Besides, just look at me, hardly ashamed to fall short of a brilliant knight. You're very kind, I think? I'll try to better myself. Excellent! If you ever need a target for practice, just find my shining armor. I'll endure whatever it takes to better our army. Just don't aim for the head. Please. That's cute. That's also cute. I like that. Though, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to check something out of curiosity. 16 damage. Yeah, no, Yosef would not take any damage if Sam used him as target practice. Wait, hold on. Would she even be able to hurt him with the steel bow? No, the steel bow is 4 more might? That's 20 attack? That's good enough for 1 damage. Alright, we've got 1 more to go. Ah, Blair. Good to see you well. Same here, Kenneth. Say, what do you make of all this? All this? What precisely do you mean? Of Elba Core. Of the king wanting me, of all people. Do you want the answer that makes you feel better about yourself, or the purely rational answer? The rational answer, I think. Given Ursulin's location and current status within the Dulcian territories, it's not unreasonable to think that Elba Core may wish to assimilate Ursulin. After all, its position outside the Elba Core border mountains affords unique benefits, and its relatively central location may afford the kingdom more political power. Need I go on? What about the feel-good answer? The king might feel pity for you? Though, even that pity may stem from Ixtra taking a territory near Elba Core's doorstep. Look, I've never been one to shy away from uncomfortable truths. This may all be just some step in a grand scheme. That's what I know. How people think, not how people feel. Of course, this may all be wrong. You don't need to doubt your skills to make me feel better. Besides, if this all is just some game, I feel better with your skills on my side. I'm glad to hear that. Aw, he cares. He just doesn't know how to talk to people, but that's okay. I've seen you erect balls of darkness inside of men's spleens. You're fine by me, Kenneth. You're fine by me. Alright, let's have a little gameplay happen. Alright. Sword Reaver. Damn it, she just barely can't one-shot. But that might be fine. Because now she's injured. Which means she can now one-shot. Alright, I know I just got the 2 points of HP, but hold on. I've decided. We're gonna keep doing this. Damn it, I want that point of speed, alright? Yes, you just gave me everything other than the point of speed. But we're going to sit here until that 40% growth rate kicks in. Listen, game. I'm a lot more stubborn than you are. We're getting that point of speed. There we go. Alright. Most excellent. Alright, now what? Alright, so I think it's pretty obvious that Rachel needs to go up. She needs to get there to that bandit before anything else happens. I'm holding on to that energy ring for right now. Because I don't know who I want to have with it. You're an Iron Lance, you're an Iron Lance. So Stefan just goes up here. Wait, did you have a cavalry? You have an Axe Reaver. Okay. Which means you can reave Stefan's reaving. Which is kind of funny. But I don't think Stefan's actually going to be in danger from that. Because right now, you can't reach him. Stefan can reach you and just adept you to death. Level 10, level 9, level 8, level close. There's Yosef. Hang on, actually. Sam can get the kill, probably. And oh shit, the Honey Charm, right. 30% luck and skill growth. See, the problem is no one's been struggling to hit things. Like, I have not had any accuracy problems. So, like, I don't know who to give that charm to. I mean, you know what? I guess I'll just give it to Erin when she heals. And I know that, oh, you want Natasha damaged. Yeah, but, like, this can just give me some goodies. Alright, like, I might as well just take the experience. Plus, she's probably going to get attacked by the Reaver guy, which is going to damage her again. And sure enough, she got skill and luck. She got 2 points of skill, actually. Okay. Don't really know what she's going to do with it, but that'll do. That'll do. Alright, let's see how this goes. Who all moves down and who just kind of chills out? Ow. Okay, very good. Good job, Stefan. Good job. Ooh, he's close to a level up. I likes that. What in the goddamn shit-ass fuck? 24 damage? What? I forgot that it doubles the effect. I forgot. The journal told me that a while ago, and I forgot. Which means I have to rig the fucking speed level up again. Alright, hold on. We're doing... Hold on. I know what to do. Alright, I know what to do. Okay? I know what to do. Alright, you know what? I know what to do. Okay? You might think to yourself, I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. I know what to do, okay? I know what to do. That's an even better level up for her, because while she didn't get strength, she got other stats. Alright, so we do this again. Hang on. This is still fine. Though, wow, what are the odds that he gets that twice? Now... we have Blair be the one who weakens you. And then you have an Axe Reaver. So let's have you... Yeah, no, you just have the Reaver equipped. So you'll Reave and then just get back to what you were doing normally. And then Desmond will reposition Kenneth, who will trade the Iron Sword to be what Stefan has equipped, thus allowing him to Reave the Reaver. And, like, yeah, he'll be disadvantaged against you, but it'll even out so that he's no longer fucking dying. And then Sam will go up like so. And then this time we won't heal Natasha. So you have a Sword Reaver, so having you right here, or Axe Reaver. Shit, why did I do that? Why? Hold on, it won't one-shot him. Why do I keep saying Sword Reaver? Why is my brain not correct in what you have? Well, whatever. It'll free up Stefan from getting hit by him. Ow. Cassius is about to take a lot of damage, but... or not. He just still wants Stefan. Alright, so doing a stupid thing with Cassius did nothing. But I do at least want to see his combat animations. So, let's end the episode looking at Cassius. Alright, we saw Cassius. See y'all next time!